With all the disruptions we saw in schools over the past couple of years due to the pandemic, many people assumed remote learning was a new phenomenon. But this isn't true. Remote learning is not new. During the 1937 outbreak of polio, the Chicago Board of Education devised an emergency program of instruction by radio. Over 300,000 children participated. Of course, thanks to technology, remote learning is now online. The classes are interactive and completely engaging, especially when the courses have been specifically designed for online delivery. And leading the way with online learning in Utah is the statewide online education program, or SOEP.
I feel like SOEP is student-centered. What's best for the student is the most important thing to focus on.
I started taking SOEP classes going into my freshman year of high school. I think I enjoyed the anatomy class the most because I was actually learning something that directed towards me, and it was more scientific, and I could be like, oh, I know what each part of my body does and what it's for. It was also very well taught.
You're in charge more, and you get to set your own pace, and you get to do the things that you think you need to work on to better yourself. You can work on those, or the things that you know you're going to need later on in life, you can work on those things.
SOEP is a course access program, providing students with a variety of courses to fulfill individual needs. This means SOEP offers choice. Students can remain in their chosen school while still accessing online coursework. Language, residence, family income, or special needs are not barriers, and licensed teachers are a part of every course, there to assist students as needed.
They have a wide variety of courses, from recovery for kids who didn't do well in school to kids who are excelling in school. So they have just vast array of courses.
The SOEP teachers are very accommodating. They help in every aspect. If you have problems with either a test or you don't understand the material, you can email them or reach out to them and say, hey, I need to redo this. Is it okay if you can give me more information on the lesson? And sometimes they'll even send links to their own personal videos or Zoom calls or anything like that to help you learn more.
And so it's more about the end product, gaining the knowledge, not just checking the boxes. So I've just loved the whole program.
Some of the biggest beneficiaries of SOEP classes are rural and small schools. For many rural students, SOEP is essential as the program provides access to college and career readiness courses that are cost prohibitive for their schools to provide.
We live on a cattle ranch, and so there's a lot of things, especially during the morning and during the daytime, the kids can be out helping and enjoy being out helping, that traditional school doesn't work for them.
It's hard to get to all the classes I need to at the little school where we live.
So by taking these online classes through the program, they were able to get some of those electives and as well as required classes.
The online classes are helping me to get more classes done so I can go to a trade school.
They worked really well with my kids' schedule because they were so flexible. They could work on them when they wanted to, but still be able to go out and help on the ranch and the farm when they needed to.
I have 3 children. 2 of them have used the SOEP program. My son, the reason he needed online classes is because, he's a very outdoor kid that is very determined to spend as much time on a horse as he can. And so he does not want to be in a classroom.
In the springtime, I like to miss a lot of school because I like to go branding a lot.
Providing opportunities for him was challenging in a different way because he needed to take a class that was only provided in town. And to get him to town, I would have to take him out of school an hour early out here to drive him the hour into town so he could take that class.
Online classes help you to be a lot more flexible as when you can be missing school. If you know something, you can blow through it really fast and not have to take the same amount of time that everyone else would on that subject.
SOEP provides high-quality, personalized learning to Utah public, private, or homeschool students, and the classes have been designed to address the needs of different types of learners, including those who are following a non-traditional path to graduation.
I grew up in Utah and I played for the Real Salt Lake organization pretty much my whole life. Around 14, 15, I moved into dorms and was doing it full time. I always had to balance soccer and school, but soccer was a main priority. So when we would miss school for traveling, we would always have to come back and make it up. So it was always tough because I would always have extra work when I came back from an away trip. My counselor told me about SOEP, and my mom and I thought it was a great idea. When I wasn't ready to do an assignment because I was busy traveling, I would just email one of my teachers and they would give me the extra time to get the project done. That balance was really helpful. It gave me the time to really focus on my soccer, but also my education as well, because it's very important to me and my family. So when I was traveling, I was still able to pursue my dreams in school as well.
The flexibility of SOEP classes gives students a myriad of options to customize their education, so they can learn at their own pace and balance their workload at school with extracurricular activities. This allows students to maximize their in-school experience.
SOEP has been a really great thing for my kids. My daughter is an athlete, my son was an athlete and a musician and a STEM major, and it just gave them the ability to focus on what they really loved.
I love everything about rowing. I got into it really fast, and the schedule is pretty intense. I cross-train a lot with swimming and weightlifting, and then I rowed between 4 to 5 days a week.
There was never a time in the last 7 years that my kids haven't been in some form of summer school or online classes.
I initially started taking them to lighten my load so I can have more individual class focus on each class that I was taking throughout the actual school year. And now I feel like I take it more to free up my busy schedule so I have more time to do things outside of school.
As an aside, both of my kids have learning disabilities. I have one kid with dyslexia, another with anxiety, test anxiety and slow processing. So this gives them more time, and they get to do things at their level, and then again focus on the things that they're passionate about. Just have a rich high school experience.
One thing we found out when school shut down during COVID is that children love going to school. SOEP's online classes are not meant to replace the essential educational and social experiences provided in schools. However, the program is a perfect fit for students who remain enrolled in traditional schooling but would periodically like to take advantage of some of the incredible online options available to pursue individual goals.
Education's very important. My mom always instilled in me, like, if I ever got injured in soccer, I always have to have a backup plan. And if I wasn't educated, what would I do? I'm very thankful for the classes in SOEP.
I've been impressed that I feel like there is a lot of energy behind SOEP. I feel like the legislature and our state leadership is really backing rural students, and they want to make sure that these opportunities are available.
There's a lot of kids that struggle with traditional school that I feel like can benefit from online classes because they're able to work around their schedule and their needs.
I would say that it was very impactful, and it definitely made life a lot easier.
A happy kid is one that's going to learn better. And I don't think that you can go wrong with these SOEP classes. All kids can benefit regardless of where they fall in the spectrum.
The act of taking an online class can help any student be more prepared for what's out there in life, whether they go to college or they go into a technical field or they stay home and they ranch on the farm. Being able to communicate with the world well and being able to use technology is a help for every student.
I'm not sure what's going to happen in the future of education, but I feel like a lot of online things are going to be important, and they have a jump on all that. They've been doing it for years.